how to update monday.com item when note is added to GoHighLevel contact automatically. So assume that your support team is using HighLevel CRM to manage all the conversation with the customers, and you are also using monday.com to manage all your tasks. Now whenever you add a contact, along with that contact you are also adding a note, a specific information, and you want that the same note, the same information should be synced with the monday.com, so that all the team members can be on the same page and you do not have to manually update the data or manually sync the data one by one. Now to do that, we are going to integrate these applications with the help of an automation software. So what will happen whenever a note is added to GoHighLevel? Firstly, our automation will search the same contact in monday.com, and if that automation will find that contact information, it is going to immediately update a note in the item of monday.com. Want to learn how you can also automate this process? Then come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So this is the dashboard of GoHighLevel, and here I have a customer or a contact with the name demo customer, and I was in conversation with him. So I have a deal with him that he is going to promote our product on his Facebook group, and in return I have provided a discount of additional 10%, and also he is facing some issue in the Google Sheets trigger basically in our product. So I am about to update this note in the note section of GoHighLevel contact, and I want that the same note should be synced and should be saved automatically even in my monday.com application. Okay, so here you can notice I have the same customer, that is demo customer, and there is an additional note field, and I want that this note should be updated here also, so that my information will be synced in both the software. So how I am going to automate this process? I will have to build an integration in these two applications, which I will do with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software. I am an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so I am already logged in here. You can create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test these kind of amazing automation. Now once you will log in and reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and then provide a random name to your workflow to your automation. So I have directly pasted the name as when note is added to GoHighLevel contact, then update item, update monday.com item. Okay, now it will ask you to select the folder in which you want to create your automation workflow. So I want to create my workflow in this main workflow folder, so I have selected the same, and after that I have clicked on create button, and in this way I have reached to the trigger and action. Okay, so trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever something happen in your first application, then automatically do this in your next application. Okay, so in this way you need to always choose your applications in this trigger and the action window in which you are building an automation. Okay, so according to our use case, I want that whenever I add a new note in GoHighLevel CRM, this automation should trigger, or we can say the same note information should be captured via Pabbly Connect. So that is why I am going to select, I am going to connect the same application here, but you will notice that the same application is not visible, is not available in this library. So basically you will have to search for the lead connector. Yes, using lead connector only you can connect GoHighLevel CRM with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I have selected the same, and don't worry, it is actually same, don't get confused. Okay, then you will have to select the trigger event, that is whenever a note is added, because my objective is same. So yes, I have selected the same, and it has provided me a webhook URL along with this few set of instructions. Okay, so with the help of this URL only we are going to build this connection. Okay, so I'm copying this webhook URL and following the same instructions. It is asking that go to automation and then create a workflow and then start from scratch. Okay, so this is the dashboard of GoHighLevel. Here I have this automation section. As per the instruction, I will be clicking on this create workflow button, and then I will start from scratch, and again coming back back to the dashboard and it is asking that add a new workflow trigger and then search this note added. Okay, so performing the same, give me a second, add a new workflow trigger and searching for the same, that whenever a note is added, and after that simply click on the save trigger button and then click on this add your first action. Here also it is same written, that add your first action and then search for webhook, then search for action, and then you will have to paste the same webhook URL. Okay, so let me perform the same, searching for the webhook. Okay, and here exactly I am going to paste the same webhook URL which I have got via Pabbly Connect. So let me paste the same and make sure that as a method you go with post only, then click on save action, and in this way your automation will be ready. Okay, so the idea here is whenever a note is added in GoHighLevel CRM, that note data should be sent to webhook URL, and this webhook URL has been taken from Pabbly Connect only. So basically the data will be captured via here, for which it is already waiting, you can notice, waiting for the webhook response. Okay, so in this way your connection will be done, but make sure that you also publish this workflow. Okay, so I have published it, clicking on save, and in this way my workflow is saved here successfully. Now I am going to add that node in GoHighLevel so that the same information can be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so searching for the same customer, remember we had the customer named as demo customer, give me a second. Alright, so this is the same customer, that is demo customer, demo@pabblytudes.com. Here I am going to update the node, so this is the node field. Alright, and here I am adding a new node that we have provided an additional 10% discount to this user as he is going to promote us on his Facebook page. Okay, I have mentioned this. Let me also correct the spelling of this discount and promote. And also he is facing issue in Google Sheets trigger. Okay, so I have updated all the important information related to this particular contact, clicking on the save button, and as soon as the note is created here, the note is added here, you will notice that a response will be received, and the response is already received. Let me even show you the details one by one. Here we have the workflow, and remember I haven't provided any name to my workflow, so that is with the name new workflow only, the default name. Here I have other details, the phone number of the contact. Here I have the same note body, that is we have provided an additional 10% discount to this user as he is going to promote us in his Facebook page. Also he is facing issue in Google Sheets trigger, and here I have the details of the customer, that is the full name and email address and other details. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between GoHighLevel and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so according to this automation, what will happen every time you and your team member will update any new note in a contact along with a contact, the same details will be captured via Pabbly Connect instantly, because this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. Okay, so in this way the first step of our automation is done. Now moving further, I'll show you how you can update the same note information in monday.com. Okay, so first of all I am going to find that whether this particular customer is already available in monday.com or not. Okay, so how we are going to do that in this automation? So directly search for monday.com, and just like we have connected GoHighLevel with Pabbly Connect, now we will be connecting this monday.com with the Pabbly Connect, and in the action event you'll have to go with the same, that is search items by a column value. So yes, these are the columns, that is items, person, status, date and email. So I will be searching for the item with the help of column email. Okay, so I have selected the same, that is search items by column value. Now clicking on connect, clicking on add a new connection, and for the connection it will ask you for the token. So how you can get this token? You will have to click on this avatar picture, then click on this admin section, and in this way you can generate the key. Okay, so this is my profile picture, this is the administration option, and here here you will find the API key option. You can click on this button and generate a new key, but because I have already created this key, so how about I use the existing one. Now coming back to the dashboard, pasting the same key, clicking on save, and in this way my monday.com application will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, and now it is asking that in which particular board you would like to search the item. Okay, so I will have to check that what is the name of my board. Okay, so the name of the board is actually client, so let me select the same. Alright, so it is already selected. Now it is asking to select the column name. Okay, so here I have multiple column names. These are the same columns which are available in the same board, that is item, person, status, date, email, additional notes. Okay, coming back here, and in this particular case I would like to search for the item with the help of email column, and finally I will be providing the value of email, value of column. The interesting thing here is I'm not going to manually copy this email address and paste here and search for the email address again and again for every new contact, for every new node. Remember, I have already captured this information as a response of my trigger step. And again, the interesting thing, I'm not even going to copy and paste the thing from here. I am going to map this details so that it can be replaced automatically when our automation will work in real time. Okay, so how you can perform the mapping? It is very simple. Simply click on that field and you will find the same data, the above data here in the drop down. Now search for your data directly, and this is the email address. Okay, so again telling you, whatever the details you will map here will be replaced automatically when our automation will work in real time. Okay, and whenever you will provide any detail manually, like I have selected this email column as manually from this drop down, or I'm providing these details manually, these details will remain same. Okay, so this is the difference in providing the values via manually and via mapping, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Okay, so I have clicked on that button, and here you can notice the response is received, and here we have all the details of the customer. Okay, remember I have just provided the email address and it has provided me other details also, that what is the date and time of creating this particular contact, what is the name of that contact, and we also have other details, that what is the status and all other details. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in monday.com and Pabbly Connect is also working absolutely fine. Okay, well, this was the case when we have this data already in monday.com, but let's say when we do not have any data, basically whatever we are searching here, it is not already present in monday.com. In such cases, what will happen? What kind of data will be received as a response? So you will receive this particular detail, and here you can notice we do not have any email address or any contact name or any conversation status. We do not have any detail. Okay, so in this way, based on this particular data, if the data is already present, the response will be received. Okay, let me delete it and search for the same, map the same, clicking on this button once again, and you will notice once again a response will be received, and that response will consist of all the customer details for which we have searched for. Okay, so the second step of our automation is done, and finally we have the details which we can update directly in monday.com as an item. Basically, we can update the additional note in this particular item. Okay, but before that I am going to apply a filter. Now what is this filter? It is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can apply conditions within your workflow, within your automation. Now what condition I am going to apply here? So basically I will set the condition as whenever the email ID is exist, whenever this particular customer or a contact is exist in monday.com, then only our automation should proceed further. But in cases this particular item, this particular person is not already present in monday.com, in such cases the automation should stop here only and it should not proceed further. Okay, so how we are going to build the same scenario in this filter? In the select label, select the same person email address which you have searched in monday.com. In the select label, you will have to search for the same information for which you were looking, basically that email address. Okay, so here I have the email address data items by column value 0 column values 3. Okay, here we have the email address, and whenever this value exists, okay, in place of equal to, I will select this exist filter type. Okay, whenever this value exists, you will notice in the response condition will be true. Okay, and whenever the condition is true, according to our automation will proceed further. Okay, so whenever this value exists, the condition will be true and our automation will proceed further and will execute further steps. But whenever the condition is false, now how our condition will be false? Whenever this particular data is not present. Okay, so assume that the condition is false, what will happen? Our automation will stop here only and the further steps will not be executed. Okay, so in this way, based on this condition, our automation will take the decision. Okay, so let's move further, and in this way the third step of our automation is also done. Clicking on this plus icon, and finally I am going to update this information in monday.com. Okay, so searching for the same application here once again and selecting the action event, this time update the item. Okay, so how about I search for the update, search with the update, and here we have the action event for which we were looking for update item column value. Clicking on connect, clicking on add a new connection. Well, I have already provided this token in my previous step, so how about I use the existing connection, clicking on save, and in this way my monday.com will be immediately connected with Pabbly Connect once again. Okay, and firstly it is asking that which particular board you would like to update. So I have the data in this client's board, so I will be going with the same, and in the group I have the name as all clients details. Okay, so the same has got selected already and automatically. Then it is asking what is the parent item which you are planning to update. Okay, so remember I have told you that if you will provide any detail manually or will select any information from this drop down, that detail will be fixed. Okay, so if I will fix this value, what will happen? Every time the data will be updated in the same parent item, basically in a single parent item. So that is why instead of selecting this value from this drop down, firstly I will enable this mapping, then I will remove the existing ID, and finally I am going to map the ID of the parent item. Now how you can get this ID? Remember I have already connected monday.com with the Pabbly Connect, where I have searched for the very same item, and in that item I have also got the ID of the item which I can map here successfully, and it is done. Further it is asking the name of the column which you would like to update. So I would like to update this additional notes section, notes item. Okay, so searching for the same. All right, and what note you would like to update here? You will have to provide the value, which again I am going to map from my GoHighLevel step. Remember we have got that note as age response. Okay, so I have added the details, clicking on this button save and send test request, waiting for the response to receive, waiting for the note to be added, and here you can notice that the same note has been updated here automatically. We have provided an additional 10% discount to this user as he is going to promote us in his Facebook page. Also he is facing issue in Google Sheets trigger. Okay, so here you can notice the response was received and it was positive. Okay, so in this way, with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate, you can sync your GoHighLevel CRM with monday.com automatically. And once this automation is ready inside Pabbly Connect, after that you do not have to do anything manually. You can even close Pabbly Connect and sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually, okay? And just in case, if you want to access this 4-step automation workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my workflow into the description box. So click on this link, sign up for free into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access the same workflow inside your own Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. And now onwards, what will happen? Whenever a note is added in GoHighLevel CRM, firstly our automation will search for the very same person, if it is already available in monday.com or not. If it is present, it is going to check for the condition. If the value is exist, then it is directly going to update that item column value, basically that note. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.